All right, guys. So now it's the time to install Red Hat 9. So one more setting I just want to apply on Red Hat that is related to mouse. You can select and make sure that it is in the power off option and click on settings. And here you need to go to the system. And here you see the pointing device by default. They are having PS2 mouse, but we are using our USB mouse. So you can select this one, USB tablet, and press OK. Okay, so this is one more setting so that the mouse pointer should not give any trouble. Now you just need to double click on this. Installation of Red Hat will take around 40 to 45 minutes, but initial settings we can do it quickly. Now it opens this box, and here you can see it is giving two options. I'm using up arrow key or down arrow key to select this option. So I'm selecting install Red Hat Enterprise 9.5 and press enter. Now here in the view, you can select whatever option is suitable to you. Like if you want to open in open screen, full screen mode, so you can select this option. If you want to open in a scaled mode, but that will be little blurred, or you want to adjust in the window size, so it will adjust in the window size also. Okay, now it is preparing our setup. So if your cursor is inside the if your cursor is cursor means mouse cursor is inside the virtual machine and you are not able to get it out of the virtual machine, what you need to do, you need to use the control key. You need to press the control key, which is right control key, means on the right hand side of your keyboard, and the alt key. Then your cursor will come out of that virtual machine box. Okay. So that also one thing I just want to point out, because sometimes when we are using these hypervisors, so they are having little bit limitations. If you are familiar with any other virtualization software like VM Workstation, so you can use that also. Okay. Now the installation is totally GUI based. So what we will do here, you can see first we need to select our language. So I'm selecting the language which is English. Okay. And I'm selecting English United States. Okay. Click on next. So in the installation process, whatever the language we are using, it will follow this. Now you can see my cursor is changed. And in my case, I'm able to take my cursor out. But in case if you are not able to do that, then what you can do, you can press Control and Alt, which is on the right hand side of the keyboard. Now here, what you can do, there are few things we need to do because we are using the Red Hat, and Red Hat is basically going with the subscription. So we need to connect to the Red Hat. So let us click on this, and you need to tell which uh, username you want to use. So here, my username was this one, Raman Sharma 95 at gmail.com. And I need to enter the password. This is the same which you have created the developer subscription on the Red Hat. So same user name and password you need to use. Okay. So rest of the thing is fine. Click on register. Now it is connecting to the Red Hat website and it is checking whether this subscription is valid or not. So it is still checking, or you can see it is registering. So if we have the valid subscription, then we can have, you know, we can utilize the softwares which are provided by Red Hat, security, etc. Okay, so it is checking and it will register this system to my Red Hat. Now here you can see it is registered. Now you need to click on done. Okay. Now second is the installation destination. So you just need to click on this, and this is the 30 GB hard disk which we have decided that we need to have 30 GB space. So you can just select this. So this is tick mark and click on done. Okay. And here you can see it is registered. And this is installation. It is still checking, and see automatic partitioning is selected. So it will do the automatic partitioning, right? So language and Red Hat CDN and dump is enabled. Date and time. So you can click here and you can select your time zone. Because I'm using India time zone, so I'm selecting this one. Or you can, if you want to change for different region, you can select your time zone. Okay, so for me, this is fine. Now, software installation. In the software installation, you can install multiple things in the first or initial installation. You want to install CLI as well as GUI version. If you say yes, then you can select. If you want to select only the server version or minimal installation or only use as a client workstation or a virtualization host or custom operating system. In all these cases, you can select whatever is suitable to you. But in this training, I'm selecting server with GUI. So we will have a graphical user interface as well as terminal also. Here there are some software which it can install during initial installation. If you want to select any of this, you can select it. I'm not selecting. We will install one by one once our installation is completed. Okay, so I'll select server with GUI and click on done. Okay, now it is saying, do you want to set the root password? So root password is required because if you are using any uh, admin level of activity, then root password is required. Okay, so it is always preferable that give some strong password so that others cannot find that this is the root password for you. So you need to create a complex one, but I'm in this training, I'm selecting very simple one. Okay, but it is not recommended in the production or development use. Okay, you want to lock the root account? No. You want to allow the SSH access with the root account? So allow root SSH login with password. So if you want this, then you need to just check mark this. Means remotely when you are connecting with the SSH. So you allow the connectivity with the root password. If you select this, then you will be able to connect with the root password also. If you unselect this, then you will not be able to do that. So I'm not selecting this and I'll say done. So root password is also configured. Now, next is um, user creation. I want to create a separate user. Okay, means I'm not going to log in directly with the root user. I want that it is to be logged in with, say, an example, Raman user. So username I'm giving Raman, and I will make this user as a administrator. Okay, so there is a something called sudo super user can do this. So I'm creating this user as a user administrator, and I will give some strong password. Again, I'm not giving the strong password here, but you need to give the strong password. And once you give the strong password, then you can click on done. You need to click 2 times this time. Now we have done everything here, right? And software selection, network, and host name. So here you can see it is connected to uh, my internet, my network, right? So it automatically take care of that. And the name of my Ethernet is ENPOS3. Currently it is connected. So this is for networking purpose. This is the speed. This is the IP address 10.0.2.15/24. This is the IPv version 6. And this is the default route. And this is DNS. Don't worry about these things. We will discuss in detail in our upcoming lecture. Okay. So this is perfect. So now security profile. So this is the security profile. This profile contains configuration along with this uh, NC, which is BP028 version 2 at the enhanced hardening level. So this is basically uh, your profile, which is selected. Again, as I'm saying, that we need not to do anything here. We need not to change the content. We will just stick to this security profile. Okay, so everything is done. Now, what we need to do, we just need to click on this begin installation. When you do this begin installation, it will take, as I mentioned, around 30 to 40 minutes, right? So let it do. I will pause the video and we will see what comes when it is completely installed. Okay, so I'm pausing the video at this moment. Okay, now the installation is done. So we just need to reboot our system. So we just click on this. So now it is getting rebooted. So actually my machine is now in the running state, if you see here. And now it is going to start. All right. So we'll wait for this to start. Okay, after waiting some time, that terminated message is gone. Now I'm waiting here to boot. So again, starting this virtual machine, it will take 2 to 3 minutes to start. Okay, and it is in the starting process only because whenever we start any virtual machine, so it takes time. So it loads the image and then its drivers, libraries, application, etc. So it takes time. So again, we'll see when it comes up what kind of screen it shows to us. All right. So now it is showing this screen. In this screen, it is saying that login with Raman user. Remember, we have created Raman user. You can create any user. So, and I had given it administrative privileges as well. So now let me click on this Raman and login. So it will open the Red Hat, which is the GUI version. Okay. We'll talk about this GUI in detail, what version it is. So it is saying, welcome to Red Hat Enterprise Linux. If you want to learn your way around, check the tour. So you can click on this and you can check the tour. It will give you some tips. So I'm not selecting at this moment. So if you are able to see this kind of screen, now it means we are ready to go and use this Red Hat Linux. Congratulations, we have installed our Red Hat 9, which is the latest version as of today. All right, so in next lecture, we will see some more deep dive into the Red Hat Linux. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Bye for now.